This might be the most brutal job interview you've ever seen. One mistake, and you're out instantly. The test paper is completely blank. No questions, no instructions, just one rule: don't mess up. The candidates pick up the test and freeze. The entire paper is blank. No questions, nothing. Everyone is confused, but no one dares to say a word. Because just moments ago, the examiner laid down 3 rules. Do not damage your test paper. Do not speak to the examiner or the guard. And do not leave the room before the exam ends. Break any rule, and you're out. There's only one question in this interview, and only one answer.
Any questions?
No one responds, because they were just told they're not allowed to speak. Seeing the silence, the examiner starts the timer. 80 minutes. Then he turns around and walks out. Now everyone is left, staring at a blank sheet. What exactly are they supposed to answer? A job worth millions a year was never going to be easy. Finally, a dark-haired woman can't take it anymore. She assumes the company wants a professional report, so she starts writing. The moment her pen touches the paper, the guard walks over, and she's immediately thrown out. No explanation, no second chance, because writing counts as damaging the paper. The rest of the candidates quickly drop their pens, so even writing is forbidden. Then how are they supposed to answer? Just as everyone hits a dead end, a man suddenly starts laughing. He points out something important. The examiner only listed 3 things they can't do, which means anything else is allowed. He stands up, walks around, even throws a few punches in the air. The guard doesn't react at all. Seeing this, the others relax a little. At least now they know they're not completely restricted. A woman with long hair suggests something. Maybe the question is hidden, and it only appears under certain conditions, like light. The others agree. Right now, they have no better option, so they start experimenting. They hold the paper up to the light, stare at it carefully. Nothing changes. Then another man has an idea. Maybe it needs special light, X-ray, ultraviolet, infrared. But there's no equipment like that in the room. Still, more people means more ideas. Just as everyone starts to lose hope, a blonde woman speaks up. In a company like this, there must be emergency lighting. Maybe that's the key. Without hesitation, they smash the lights. The room goes completely dark, and then an emergency light turns on, a black light. They rush to test the papers. Still nothing. A bearded man thinks, maybe it's the wrong color. Maybe there's another light. That's when a woman with glasses notices something. The upper part of the light fixture isn't glowing, so they smash it again. This time, an orange light fills the room. They test the papers again, still blank.
Okay, now, can we please get off the lighting?
The man from earlier starts thinking differently. Maybe it's not about light at all. He grabs the dark-haired woman's paper. Maybe the material is special. He shades over it with a pencil. Nothing. Then he gets another idea. If light and graphite don't work, what about liquid? He tears the paper in half, hands one piece to another man.
Lick it, spit on it, get it wet, right?
As for himself, he uses urine. Still nothing. At this point, everyone is stuck again. Then he notices something. There's a man with glasses, sitting quietly nearby. He hasn't said a word, hasn't joined in once. Looking at the broken glass on the table, the man finally speaks.
To see clearly is all.
And just like that, he's already revealed the method, but no one understands it, because they're too blinded by what's right in front of them. So they ignore him and move on. Then a bearded man, who had barely spoken, finally shares his thoughts. He believes this isn't an interview at all. It's a game set up by the people at the top. They offered a massive salary just to lure them in, so they could watch them perform like monkeys. But the woman with glasses immediately disagrees. She's researched this company. Their leadership would never do something this pointless. 10 years ago, a rare disease suddenly broke out. Tens of thousands suffered and slowly died. It was this very company that developed a drug to suppress it. And within 6 months, the death rate was cut in half. Everyone remembers the disaster, but none of them knew this company was behind the cure. Now, they're focused on something even bigger, extending human life.
80 minutes to determine the next 80 years of your lives.
Hearing that again, everything clicks. If you get into this company, you could live well past 100. That's why they desperately need talent. This interview is real, not a game. The woman with long hair speaks up. Her boyfriend has the disease. Even with the drug, it's insanely expensive. But employees get it at half price. That's why she's here. Then she suggests something new. If all their previous methods failed, maybe the answer is connected to the guard. She walks straight up to him and reaches into his pocket without hesitation. Since she isn't breaking any rules, the guard doesn't stop her. She pulls out a lighter. The man from earlier doesn't see the point. What is she going to do? Burn the paper? But then she looks up at the smoke detector, and suddenly, she has an idea. Another man objects. They already tried liquid. It didn't work. She calmly explains what's inside the sprinkler system. Might not be water. It could be anything, even a developing solution. The others agree. For an interview like this, the company could have modified the room. So she climbs onto the table, lights the lighter, everyone gets ready below. But the flame can't reach high enough. So the man hands her a piece of paper. Now she has what she needs. Soon, the smoke triggers the fire alarm. Water starts pouring down. Everyone rushes to test their papers. But it's just water. Nothing appears. Another failure. Then she realizes something. Her paper is gone. The one he handed her was actually hers, which means she damaged her own test paper. She's eliminated.
Bastard! How could you? How could you, bastard?
Everyone is stunned, especially another man. They had agreed to work together, to figure it out first, and now he's turned on them. It's disgusting. The man is about to attack him, but accidentally triggers the voice-activated lights. A small moment that will later change everything. But for now, it's far from over. To eliminate more competition, he targets the quiet man with glasses. He manipulates him, guiding him into tearing his own paper. And just like that, another candidate is out. No one steps in to stop it, because deep down, this benefits them too. One less rival.
And then there were 5.
Bastard doesn't do you justice.
He shrugs. At the end of the day, we're competitors. If you want to win, you have to think smarter. You should be thanking me. Better odds for everyone. The other man finally snaps. Better odds. We don't even know what the question is yet. He charges forward, knocks him out with one punch, then ties him up, just in case he tries anything again. But then he thinks, why not just drag him out and eliminate him? Right then, the blonde woman stops him. That won't work. The rule says, you have to leave voluntarily. If you force him out, it might backfire on all of you. He pauses. That actually makes sense. So instead, he comes up with another plan. If damaging the paper eliminates someone, then he'll do exactly that. But just as he moves, the man wakes up, and instead of getting angry, he calmly says one thing: I need my medication. It turns out, he has the same rare disease. He needs to take medication every hour. Only this company's drug can cure it completely. That's why he came here. But the man doesn't believe him. He thinks it's all a lie. So he makes an offer. If you help me find my medication, I'll drop out voluntarily. Hearing that, the man agrees. But after searching every pocket, there's nothing.
Fuckers, one of you have taken it. One of you have fucking taken it. This isn't funny. You know what happens when you don't take suppressants?
Unconsciousness, convulsions, shock, coma, then death. If you start to convulse, we'll know you're telling the truth. Then we'll gladly help you.
Soon, he collapses, completely unconscious. Only then do the others relax. But right after that, the bearded man finally steps in. He's been suspicious all along. He believes the woman with glasses is a plant, an insider sent by the company. Otherwise, how could she know so much? Before she can react, he ties her up, then starts interrogating her. This is his specialty. He's a former soldier. Under pressure, she finally admits the truth. She already works for the company. This is a promotion test for her, but she has no idea why she's placed with outsiders. Still, he's not satisfied. None of this helps them find the question.
What is the question?
I don't know.
You're lying.
I don't know, I swear!
Frustrated, he grabs a test paper and slices his own finger with it.
What are you doing?
What has to be done within the time remaining?
Then he turns the paper toward her leg. Without hesitation, he cuts into her thigh. Another man rushes in to stop him, but gets knocked down instantly. He even rips off her glasses.
I told you everything I know! Please stop!
Another voice cuts in. She's telling the truth. The soldier pauses. He believes eyes don't lie, so he lets her go. But before anyone can recover, the man suddenly starts convulsing, violently. Now it's real. The other man freezes, because his wife died the same way, and he himself carries the virus. But the medication is still missing. The blonde woman steps forward. If we don't trust each other, then we search everyone. They agree. One by one, they check. Nothing. Still no medication. Time is running out. Only 14 minutes left. Then, the woman with glasses notices something. The soldier has been chewing gum the whole time. Using her understanding of psychology, she checks near his desk and finds a used piece of gum. Inside it, the pill. He had stolen it earlier, hiding it when no one was looking. She rushes to return it, but he steps in, trying to stop her.
Have you forgotten what you said about him?
I'm not releasing him. We're saving his life. Let her go.
In the struggle, the pill is knocked away. It drops straight into the drain. They all rush over, try to reach it, but the gap is too narrow. No one can grab it. Everyone tries, still nothing. Meanwhile, the man's condition gets worse. Blood starts running from his nose. In desperation, the woman with glasses breaks the rule. She calls out to the examiner for help. Instantly, she's eliminated, dragged out by the guard. But at that exact moment, the blonde woman acts fast. Using a hairpin, she manages to fish the pill out, then quickly gives it to him. Moments later, he wakes up. Now he knows who took it. The soldier. But there's no time left. Only 10 minutes remain, and they still don't know the question. At this point, there's only one way to win. Eliminate everyone else. His eyes shift to the guard's gun. The other man immediately understands.
You wouldn't dare.
In the next second, they both charge forward, but the stronger one gets there first. He grabs the gun. Now, he's in control. Everyone freezes.
You're not going to shoot me.
I didn't take it to shoot you. I took it to stop you from using it on us.
But the man quickly calms down. He realizes something. The other man doesn't have the nerve. He's hesitating, which means he won't pull the trigger. Seeing that, he steps closer, more confident, more dangerous.
Don't.
It turns out, the gun requires a fingerprint to fire. In the struggle, he stabs the other man with a pencil and manages to take the gun back. The bearded man rushes in to grab it, but gets knocked down instantly. Now the power shifts again, and this time, he's not showing mercy. Using the guard's fingerprint, he threatens the remaining three, forcing them to eliminate themselves. Faced with a weapon like that, no one dares to resist. The bearded man goes first, then the blonde woman.
Ready.
The other man immediately understands.
Lights out!
Lights on!
But in the end, he still falls to the gun. Meanwhile, the blonde woman hasn't actually left. One foot is still inside the room. And right then, the alarm goes off. Time's up. Everything is over. He smiles, convinced he's the winner.
It's me, I'm the one you want! I'm the one you want!
But then, the guard walks up to him and shows him his watch. The time isn't up yet. The man with glasses had secretly set the clock ahead. Everything that happened was being watched the entire time. And just like that, he's eliminated. At that moment, the blonde woman notices something on the ground, a pair of glasses. She suddenly remembers what he said.
To see clearly is all.
She picks up the glasses and a piece of broken glass, then walks back to the test paper. This time, she looks closer, magnifies it, and finally, she sees it. A single line of text. Question 1. And from the very beginning, the examiner only asked one question.
Any questions?
No.
That was both the question and the answer. The man with glasses was actually the company's CEO, the one who created the drug. He just wasn't good with words. As for the man who was shot, he isn't dead. The bullet wasn't real. It contained the treatment. Not only did he survive, his illness was cured. The truth is, people need this product, but production is limited, which means someone has to decide who gets it. And that requires the right kind of person. Someone who listens, pays attention to detail, and has compassion. All qualities the blonde woman showed. That's why she was chosen.
Let's get started.
And with that, the interview comes to an end.